How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Fate Stay Night Remastered, where we have entered the second route in the game. This route is going to be focusing on Rin, which I am super excited for, and I guess now I know where the name Unlimited Blade Works comes from. It's as the title of this route. And maybe there will be some sort of, actual meaning to that. I have no idea. I think I talked about it in the previous episode where I've heard the name before. I just have no idea what it means. So to see it officially pop up here in the story, even it's just a name of the story, I'm pretty excited. Things are slowly but surely coming together. But that's pretty much all that happened in the last episode. It's just that we kind of shifted how events occurred, and now we're on a completely different trail of events to occur. However, there are still some similarities. I was going through a lot of the informational dumps that we got, just like in the Fate route, where Rin is explaining everything to us, and then we go to the church and Kodamine explains everything to us, and now we're heading home. There was one difference that somebody in the comments of the previous episode absolutely confirmed, and that is where Shirou brought up, I guess, Rin, I don't remember how it went down, but it was in regards to Shirou dying in the first go-around to Lancer, and there was just like a little something extra in their conversation. I was like, was that there before? And I guess it wasn't. That was new. And, other than that, everything is pretty much the same. Now we are heading home, which you guys all know what that means. We're going to be finding ourselves a Berserker and an Ilya. However, things are going to go different this time, I'm pretty sure, because now we have Saber and Archer that could team up, theoretically, against Berserker. We could actually probably finish off Berserker here. I highly doubt it, but there is the possibility. And I'm already a little late into saying this, but I gotta wrap up the intro regardless. If you guys cannot tell, I have adjusted my microphone settings. Haven't really tweaked with them before with the Elgato software. This is an Elgato microphone. I've always just kept it raw and then just threw my own filters on top of it whenever I'm done recording. Now I'm just running with it, filters live, which I've never done before because I don't trust it, but I think that'll help with the noise in the background if my dogs decide to be vocal or anything else. Now I have a little bit of help. So if I sound a little different, you know what, just chalk it up as I'm still on a temporary setup. The three of us descend the hill. It might be because Tosuke took the lead, but we make our way back without any conversation. There is a simple forked road ahead of us. One path leads to the main street going towards the front of Shinto Station, and the other leads to the big bridge connecting to Miyama. Tosuke stops in front of the intersection. Oh yeah, we are gonna, split.
なんだよ。いきなり立ち止まって。帰るなら橋の方だろ?
悪いけど、ここからは一人で帰って。
Yep, here's already a huge difference. We could actually get really screwed over here by just going home alone and getting the ambush from Berserker. Rin has no reason to team up with us this time around.
エミヤ君にかまけてて忘れてたけど、私だって暇じゃないの。せっかくシントにいるんだから、探し物の一つもして帰るわ。
探し物って他のマスターか?
そう。あなたがどう思っているか知らないけど、私はこの時をずっと待っていた。7人のマスターが揃って、聖杯戦争っていう殺し合いが始まるこの夜をね。なら、ここでおとなしく帰るなんて選択肢はないでしょ。セイバーを倒せなかった分、他のサーバントでも仕留めないと気が済まないわ。
There is no hesitation in Tosuke's eyes. That made me realize Tosuke is a mage. Her knowledge and attitude is a major set. I wonder why.
だからここでお別れよ。義理は果たしたし、これ以上一緒にいると何かと面倒でしょ。きっぱり別れて、明日からは敵同士にならないと。
Yeah, unfortunately we'll be enemies. Why does she have this part of her? Wait, why does she have this part of her that's the opposite of a mage? Tosuke didn't explain the rules out of a sense of duty. She just wanted to be fair, and after figuring out my circumstances, supported me. So now that the situation is clear, it goes back to how it was before. As a master, I will be a target for battle from now on. Despite all that, Tosuka made sure to clear the air first. For her, everything that happened tonight was unnecessary. It'll just be a pain if we're in each other's faces. If that's how she really feels, she shouldn't have gotten involved to begin with. But she isn't dumb, so she must have known that this is how it would go. And yet, she still helped out. All without thinking about cost or benefit. The Tosuka in front of me is so different from the one I see at school. Even putting it nicely, she's harsh and cranky, a real sourpuss. No one says that nowadays, and so different from what she normally projects that it makes me want to scream, "What's up with the way you act at school?" Man, she almost seems like a fraud. Yeah. Yet still, Tosuka Rin is all... Why does it do that? They flip it around. I've noticed that in the last episode. I was like, okay, we got a lot of first name, last name going on, especially with Rin. And I was like, okay, so this visual novel, they just write it out as first name, last name. But now they're doing it the correct way by having it last name, first name. Sorry, just me ranting. But she is also exactly how everyone thought she was.
トサカ、いいやつなんだな。
は？何よ突然。おだてたって手は抜かないわよ。
I know that. Because she won't go easy on me, it'll be a pain to also be on the lookout for me. That's what she's trying to say.
知ってる。けど、できれば敵同士にはなりたくない。俺、お前みたいなやつは好きだ。
For some reason, Tosuka falls silent. These deserted suburbs, the church that looms in the distance, and the stillness of the foreigner cemetery that spreads over the hill feels strangely warm now.
とにかく、サーバントがやられたら迷わずさっきの教会に逃げ込みなさいよ。そうすれば命だけは助かるんだから。
Yeah, somewhat.
ああ、気が引けるけど、一応聞いておく。けど、そんなことにはならないだろう。どう考えてもセイバーより俺の方が短命だ。
Tosuka reacts strangely again. She lets out a deep sigh as if she's fed up with me and glances at Saber.
いいわ。これ以上の忠告は本当に感情移入になっちゃうから言わない。せいぜい気をつけなさい。いくらセーバーが優れているからって、マスターであるあなたがやられちゃったらそれまでなんだから。
Tosuka turns around and starts walking towards Shinto. However, she stops dead in her tracks as if she saw a ghost. Now here we go. Here we go. A youthful voice echoes through the night. The sing-song voice is unmistakably that of a young girl. My line of sight focuses on the top of the hill. There. I don't know when the sky is cleared, but the moon shines brightly in the night. The shadow is long and monstrous, like a demon in a picture book. Amidst the silhouette of the townscape, through the late night gloom, something terrible stands. There he is.
Berserker.
Tosuka mumbles a word that I'm not familiar with. Even if I don't understand what that means, I can tell that the giant is something different altogether. That thing isn't human. Then, it's one of the beings called servants, just like Saber and the others. God damn, he is fucking huge. Like, I knew that, but it's just the realization. Or I guess the comparison against just like a child, it's like, oh wow, this man big. The girl says, smiling. The innocence sends a chill down my spine. The dissonance between her and that monstrous shape behind her makes me feel like I'm living a nightmare. What I said earlier about a chill down my spine is underselling it. The chill reaches every part of me deep into my unconsciousness. Or into my consciousness, not unconsciousness. We're still conscious, like we're awake here. This is real. This is happening. That thing is a monster. Yeah, I'm not even looking directly at it, but its very presence is making it hard to move.
驚いた。単純な能力だけならセイバー以上じゃない、あれ。
She clicks her tongue and glares at the monster above us. From her back alone, I can tell that she is just as terrified as I am, but also determined not to lose to that thing.
あーちゃん、あれは力押しでなんとかなる相手じゃない。ここはあなた本来の戦い方に徹するべきよ。
Her voice is barely more than a whisper. The unmaterialized knight gives his response.
了解した。だが、守りはどうする？リンではあれの突進は防げまい。
こっちは3人よ。しのぐだけなら何とでもなるわ。
He must have nodded to that. The presence hanging around Tosaka vanishes instantly.
エミヤ君、逃げるか戦うかはあなたの自由よ。けど、できるなら何とか逃げなさい。
No, no.
相談は済んだ。なら、始めちゃっていい？
A playful laugh. The girl gives a polite bow and congruous? Something like that into this entire situation. I love learning words in visual novels.
リン、私はイリア。イリアスフィール・フォン・アインツベルって言えばわかるでしょ？
アインツベル。
She seems familiar with the name and wavers in place. Now we, get it a little bit. One of the families that, kind of kickstarted this whole deal. The girl smiles happily in response to Tosaka's reaction and says,
じゃあ殺すね。やっちゃえ、バーサーカー。
She croons to the monster behind her. The gigantic figure flies through the air. This berserker comes tearing down from the top of the hill almost faster than I can follow.
シロ、下がって。
In the moonlight, a shower of bullet things rain onto the unrushing giant like shooting stars. Yeah, me too, buddy. So this is supernatural accuracy at work. The silver lights peppering the giant are arrows. That's probably underselling it, though. It's more like strafing fire from a machine gun. Each blow is powerful enough to pierce bedrock. It doesn't work in Minecraft, but 8 shots of that. The barrage is more than powerful enough to reduce a house to smoking rubble.
嘘、聞いていない。
The giant is completely unaffected. The two swords clash. The massive sword wielded by the berserker amid a hail of arrows, and the sword of Saber, who rushes to meet him, collide with a deafening clang, sending sparks flying. The two blades strain against each other. In spite of Berserker's overwhelming strength, Saber does not give ground. Silver lights flash through the darkness. Just how much magical energy is stored inside that small body of hers? She's clearly weaker, but she doesn't budge an inch. She blocks, parries, and cuts through the whirlwind of attacks from the giant's massive sword. The spectacle takes my breath away, and I'm not alone in that. Tosaka and the giant's master stand beside me, watching in fascination as the fight unfolds. Another silver light flashes across the battlefield in response to Tosaka's command. Yeah, might as well work together here. It drives viciously into the giant's temple. Archer's arrow impacts the giant with all the force of an artillery shell. No matter how strong that giant might be, there's no way that it won't do some real damage. Saber follows up with a slash from her invisible sword. However, a savage counterattack strikes with such force that Saber is sent flying. Saber slides across the asphalt. The black whirlwind surges after her. Silver lights burst all around in attempts to obstruct the whirlwind. does nothing. 3 arrows strike the giant's forehead with perfect precision, only to disappear. Good talk, good talk. The giant does not stop. Saber catches his attack on her blade. My scream does nothing. The sheer force of Berserker's blow is such that, well, even though Saber blocks it, she's slammed to the ground with a tremendous thud. Is she feeling dizzy? Saber is on her knees, not moving. The girl's voice echoes across the battlefield. The black giant charges towards Saber with terrifying speed. Tosuka yells as she starts running. She must be intending to help Saber. Tosuka runs up the hill and takes what looks like a rock in hand. Okay, thank you for the English translation here. She throws obsidian stones into the air and a storm of silver light rains from the sky. The attack doesn't even slow Berserker's charge. Monster. Even I can see how absurdly strong he is now. Strong isn't even a big enough word for that monster. It must be protected by some kind of law of immortality woven with an insane amount of magical energy. You're actually kind of on the right track there. The girl's voice carries clearly to me. The giant swings his huge sword, and Saber blocks bravely, but the force of the blow flings her away once again. And she'll be okay. She's blown away dozens of meters up the hill. Saber is sent in a perfectly straight line, like it's a pitcher's fastball before smashing into the barren road. She must be dead. She might have survived one blow, but there's no way she's okay after receiving 2 blows from that giant's large sword. No chance. The dark whirlwind surges toward her. It's already over. Hasn't that thing had enough? Still, the monstrous thing charges across the barren road. She's going to die. Even if somehow Saber is still alive, she'll die here and now. And so long as I'm here, I'm dead too. No, we can't do that. I can't see Tosuka, but I can hear her. She went after Berserker. Even after this monster is unscathed from so many powerful attacks, she means to keep fighting it? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait, go after them? Go after Rin and Archer? Or we stay here, or do as Tosuka says and run away? See, I was thinking it was just going to be like, one of 2 choices to make. We either, fight or we don't fight. But here, it's like we either stick with Saber, we go after Rin and Archer. I believe that's what this is. Or we do as Tosuka says. Oh, shit. You know what? I kind of want to see what going after them does. Let's try and help. I don't know, that seems like a Shirou thing that he would do. But if we stay here, I feel like that's probably the smarter choice, knowing what we do know about Saber and Shirou. I don't want to run away. Yeah, let's go after them. Why not? I couldn't do anything, even if I wanted to. I know that. But even now, I can still feel her hand in mine. I told her we should do our best. She shook my hand when I offered it. So... If I climb up this hill and chase after the giant, I'll be killed. I suppress a tremble and sprint up the hill as fast as I can. Saber! Okay, I guess Saber's also here. Okay, I was thinking that Saber was flung to where Shirou was for some reason. I don't know why I was thinking that, but okay. Instead of just hanging around or running away, we're now in the fight. I run into the barren land. And then, what I see defies all expectation. Aw man, he's desecrating this land. A tombstone goes flying. Every time the giant roars and swings his massive sword, he splits tombstones in two. In the midst of that, a knight dashes undaunted through the storm of tombstones. That monstrous cleaver weaves a raging storm around the giant. Tombstones crash together in a deafening cacophony. In the center of that storm, Saber fights Berserker, matching his power, if not exceeding it. Their positions have reversed. She's using her much smaller size to her advantage. Berserker is so large that he's hindered by all the obstacles around them. Saber's able to move around freely, darting between them. These obstacles are trivial to someone as strong as Berserker, but it's more than nothing. It's a small advantage, but in a battle like this, even that small advantage is tipping the balance in the other direction now.
こっち前に出るととばっちり食らうわよ。何考えてんのよあんた。逃げろって言ったでしょ。それとも何、もしかして聞こえなかったわけ？
Only slightly, yes. She is absolutely fuming.
いや、聞こえてた。けど、そういうわけにもいかないだろう。
I mean, you can run away.
なんでそういうわけにもいかないなんて結論が出るのよ。エミヤ君は戦う手段がないんだから、いるだけ邪魔ってわからない？いろいろやって死ぬんならしょうがないけど、何もせずにやられちゃったら無駄死にってもんじゃない。
I don't know why, but Tosaka is furious. Weirdly, I'm not upset about how she's yelling at me.
なあ、それ遠坂が怒ることか。別に俺が無駄死にしようと遠坂には関係ないだろう。
関係あるわよ。今日一杯は見逃してあげるって言ったんだから、ちゃんと家に帰ってもらわないと困るの、私が。
And now I'm even more confused. Tosaka really puts up a front at school.
たく、とにかくまだ無事なんだから、今のうちに逃げなさい。あのイリアスフィールってガキ、本気で私たちを皆殺しにするつもりだろうから。
100%. She wants us dead, dead, dead.
それは分かってる。けど逃げられるわけないだろう。セイバーがああして戦ってるんだ。
That's the right decision. See, I want to say that I've learned quite a bit from the previous route.
それは一人前のセリフよ。
Let's just see how many bad endings I can avoid, right?
いても無駄死にするだけでしょ。これが最後よ。いいから早く逃げなさい。
そんなことあるもんか。体がある限りできることはあるはずだ。それにな、遠坂。自分にできないことを人にやらせる気か、お前。
Tosaka stares at me, her expression serious.
そうね。自分にできないことをあなたに強制するなんて、恥知らずはこっちだった。
She looks away.
まあ、確かに逃げる必要はないかもね。あの調子じゃセイバーは負けないだろうし。
Tosaka appears at the cemetery from behind a tree. Their battle continues unchanged. Berserker's attacks slash only empty air, tearing apart his surroundings like a tornado. Between those attacks, within the swirling whirlwind and flying clods, and rain of broken tombstones, Saber steps in closer to Berserker and attacks without even scratching her armor. This is divine, like nothing I've ever seen. After witnessing a battle that is nearly impossible for humans, the fear I felt until just now disappears. In fact, I'm fascinated. The whole thing about the Holy Grail War hadn't really sunk in yet, and I was so anxious. But after seeing her, all that just fades away. Swords dance around each other in violent, brutal arcs. At the center of that whirlwind of fatal destruction, the knight challenges her enemy without hesitation. Maybe this is what made me accept it all. No matter what may wait in the future, with Saber at my side, I could fight even a god. And you know, it's good to be optimistic, right?
怪しいとは思ったけど、バーサーカーの剣を受けたのはわざとだったわけか。
Quietly, Tosaka mutters without emotion.
それはバーサーカーをここに誘い込むためか。
分かってるじゃない。遮蔽物のない場所であれと戦うのは自殺行為よ。だからこそセイバーは戦場にこの場所を選んだ。それも自然に エミヤ君からバーサーカーを遠ざけながらあくまで追い詰められたふりをしてね。
That would mean Saber must have decided that this was a good place to fight as far back as when we were walking down the hill.
もちろんこんな戦いになったら援護は期待できないけど、相手はアーチャーの矢さえ無効化する怪物だもの。援護なんて初めっから無意味なのよ。
Tosaka mutters while watching the battle between Saber and Berserker.
アーチャーのいや
Those words get my attention. Archer is nowhere to be seen. If he is a bowman, as his name suggests, then close combat probably isn't his thing, but... Tosaka snaps her fingers. Just as she said, either Saber must have struck Berserker, or he must have lost his footing. Berserker, who hadn't so much as faltered until now, loses his balance. He unleashes a wild attack in desperation. Saber dodges backward and grips her sword with both hands. This is it. As his desperate attack is dodged, Berserker loses his balance completely, and Saber bends her knees to rush in with all of her might. Then...
アーチャー離れろってどういうこと？
What's happening? I notice the confusion in Tosaka's voice as she tilts her head. Then I sense the lethal intent aimed in this direction from far away. Oh shit. From behind, I see a knight in red holding a bow on a rooftop hundreds of meters away. It's either nausea or chills. He's holding a bow. It's no different from before. Even if he aims perfectly, it won't do any damage. So there's no sense feeling so threatened by it. But I get chills anyway. He's knocked. It's not an arrow, it's something else. That intent to kill isn't directed solely at Berserker. Oh shit.
Say!
My legs move. Oh fuck. Oh no. Oh shit. No way. No way. Do we actually need to use another command spell and get her out of here? Oh shit. Oh no, I think we have to. I think with how he's positioned, he's not just shooting a regular ass arrow. He's lining stuff up for it to be so perfect to eliminate two of his enemies at once. He's not about, whatever, kind of friendship that Shirou and Rin might kind of have, not really. But, he's doing his own thing. He wants to win the fucking war, and Saber is technically an enemy. Okay.
Saber!
Before I even realize what I'm doing, I leap out from cover. I run at full speed. This is actually not at all what I had in mind. This is not at all what I had in mind. No, this is not what I had in mind. I thought he was going to use a command spell. I thought that's what bring meant. I run at full speed towards Saber.
Shirou.
Saber sees me and stops her attack on Berserker.
間に合う
I sense danger coming up from behind me.
なぜ出てきたのですか、あなたは。
I ignore Saber's reprimand, sprint towards her and grab her arm.
正気ですか、マスター。
話は後いいからこっち
I grab Saber in my arms and jump away. The arrow, yeah, it's a little bit more than just a regular shot, leaves Archer's bow. Up until now, his arrows have done nothing. The giant turns his back, as if the attack isn't worth dodging. But just then, the giant turns his back to us, attacking the incoming projectiles with furious intensity. And, in that instant, sound fades entirely. Well, goddamn. I throw myself onto Saber and brace. I must have gone deaf. I can't hear a thing. But I can feel the vibrations in the air shaking my body and heat searing my skin. The blast kicks up all kinds of debris, and I feel something stab into my back. I grit my teeth and brace myself. The white flash of light must have lasted only an instant. Somehow I survived. Well, goddamn. He had quite the shot here. It was gonna do some AoE, you know? Saber is clearly stunned by what she's seen. So am I. I have no idea what happened. At the explosion's center is a smoking crater. That is the extent of his attack's destructive force. In the heart of all that incredible destruction stands the giant still alive.
Berserker. Rank A に該当する宝具を受けて
So that was his noble phantasm. Wow. The strength seems to have gone from Saber's voice. So it was less lining the two enemies up and more so just doing big damage. Sparks flutter in the dark night air. I mean, you know, 2 for 1 would have probably still worked for him, you know, just saying. The giant stands motionless in the flames while all present look on in stunned silence. The only sound to be heard is the soft crackling of the flames. Just when I thought the flames might grow out of control, a strange metal something rolls toward me, clinging across the rubble-strewn ground. What the hell? No, it's an arrow. An arrow with a luxurious hilt and spiral blade. It was a sword, I think, but it was used as an arrow. I'm not sure why it captures my attention so much. The arrow's berserker smashes aside disappear as if simply melting away. They fade without leaving a trace, like candle wax melting in flames. That makes me nauseous for no reason. Hey, can we get another look at that sword?
Shirou, 今のは
アーチャーの嫌だ。それ以外はわからない。
I look up and see Archer in the distance. I can't possibly see that far. I can't see it, but somehow I do. He's smiling. He's smiling as if to say he hadn't just been aiming at Berserker.
あいつ。
I have a headache. The chills running down my spine don't stop. My spine is burning and I feel like throwing up, almost like the time I failed to create a magic circuit.
ふーん、見直したわ、リン。やるじゃない。あなたのアーチャー。
The girl's cheerful voice drifts across the battlefield to us, but I'm not sure where from.
いいわ。戻りなさい、バーサーカー。つまらないことは初めに済まそうと思ったけど、少し予定が変わったわ。
The dark shadow wavers. The giant obeys the girl's voice and retreats through the flames. Did we at least kill him once or twice?
何
Maybe?
をここまでやって逃げる気？
ええ、気が変わったの。セイバーはいらないけど、あなたのアーチャーには興味が湧いたわ。
Interesting. The giant disappears. The girl in white giggles.
それじゃあ、バイバイ。また遊ぼうね、お兄ちゃん。
With those as her parting words, she disappears on the other side of the flames. And just like that, she's gone. I'm sure Tosuga doesn't actually plan to go after her, despite what she said. Even I can tell that girl just let us go. I can't imagine Tosuga seeking out a fight like that. It'd be too reckless.
マスター、窮地を救ってもらったのは感謝します。
It's what we're here for, you know?
ですが、そろそろ話してもらえませんか？
We can do that. I hear Saber's calm voice.
そうか。すまない。
I manage to answer, though my head is still spinning. I let go of Saber, and the moment I try to stand up, I fall flat on my ass.
シロ、どうしました？気分でも。シロ、その背中は。
Yeah, what happened to his back? I can hear the urgency in Saber's voice. I can't see Saber's face, probably because of my severe headache. Saber supports me, unsteady as I am, and places a hand on my back. I feel a sharp pain. It's not as bad as my headache, but I feel a sharp pain digging into my back.
ひどい。このままでは危険です。
He's got an arrow in there?
我慢してください。
破片ってセイバー。
Wow. She does not hesitate. Saber pulls something out of my back. I try to control my breathing. I'm still a mage, amateur or no. I can manage this pain. You good there, brother? But this feeling is strange. If I'd had wings growing from my back and they'd been ripped out, this is about what it would feel like, I think.
傷が塞がっていく。なるほど。自身に対する治療法を備えていたのですね。
Yeah, something like that. Saber sighs with relief, though what she said strikes me as strange. A way to heal myself? I can't possibly use such advanced magecraft.
エミヤ君、無事？
Not really, but we'll be alright. Tosuka runs up to me. In response, I raise my hand to let her know I'm alright.
そう。なら私たちも行きましょう。これだけ派手にやったんだから、騒ぎを聞きつけて人が来るわ。
Yeah, we'll leave all this mess for Kodamine. Tosuka's long hair flutters in the wind as she runs up the hill from the cemetery. The moment I try to follow after her, my vision suddenly goes white.
マスター。
I feel someone catch me as I fall, but that feeling fades abruptly as most of my senses simply cut out. All that's left is this throbbing. What's happening? What's wrong with me? I'm slipping into unconsciousness, but my head continues to throb as if I have a fever. Yeah, his body did not like that arrow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. God damn. That was a badass opening. That was beautiful. That was just something else right there, honestly. I'm probably gonna forget everything I saw. I should go back and watch the other opening then. If that's an opening for this route, then the opening that I first saw would have been for the Fate route, no? So should I go back and watch that one to see like all the crazy, you know, spoilers and stuff that I had no context for originally, but now I do? Like, I don't really know what to think of with a lot of what I just saw, and I will definitely forget a lot of what I just saw. But I will not forget the scene of Reen sitting on a desk in class, you know, a barren classroom, sunset and all, and she's just looking all perfect, man. She's just looking great. I don't know why, but that is the scene that stuck out the most in the opening, for whatever reason. I've never seen anything like this before. There's a sky of flames overhead. At my feet, the steel of uncountable blades. The remnants of war, perhaps. And this world is endless and lifeless, not a single living thing inhabits it. Excuse me, wind carries ashes through a forest of blades. The number of swords in this woodland of steel is uncanny. There's not just 10 or 20, not even 100 or 2. Though there has to be an end somewhere. If someone can't count them all, the total number may as well be unlimited. Ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, that's what that means. The myriad weapons thrust upon the earth rust away from disuse. The remains of a great many swords. He thinks that this place is like a graveyard. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts did something similar. And we're back home. Look at that. We're back like nothing bad happened at all the previous night, right? Alright, now we'll actually save. We'll call it good there. So, I'm gonna take the advice from somebody in the comments or my Discord, and I'm gonna just start saving, you know, the beginning of every day, just in case. Because finding out that you can royally fuck yourself and not have the brownie points necessary to complete a route, and there could be similar situations going forward with this game, I want to be on the supreme safe side with going through each day. So I'll just have like a running save up until the next day, and then a save for each start of a day. I think that makes sense. I don't even know how many like save slots I'm allotted, but I've used so many already because being on a temporary setup, especially when I was recording off of my Steam Deck, I didn't know if there was going to be any issues. Now that I'm on a actual, you know, just regular Windows desktop, like I'm not really worried. I think everything will be okay. So I should probably use my save slots a little bit more, I don't know, cleverly, I guess you can say. So yes, I do listen to those in the comments and my Discord. So thank you to whoever suggested that. I think I know who it is. And if I'm correct, then I'll give you a shout out or something. I don't know. But thank you all for tuning in, guys. Unlimited Blade Works, here we go. I am really excited, genuinely, ready to get back at it and see what wacky direction the story will actually go in. People say that this is a much better route than the Fate route. Not saying that the Fate route is bad. It's just that that's sort of what people say, is that this is an improvement over an already fantastic route. And if that's how these, you know, next two routes, this one and whatever's after, you know, if we've got some quality in store, then how can I not be excited, right? How can I not look forward to what's to come? So I hope you guys will stick around with me, and we're going to get through another route here in good old Fate Stay Night. Thank you guys for tuning into this one. A lot of rambling, I know, but I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.